I'm going to explain the complete timeline of the Arkham series in. The story of our Dark Knight begins when Bruce is only 8 years old, seeing his mom and dad killed in cold blood in the middle of a dark alleyway. Bruce's mental problems only starts there, swearing vengeance on crime itself. About a decade later, Bruce travels around the world learning martial arts and eventually studies martial arts with a man named Master Kirigi. From Kirigi, Bruce learns the art of the shadows, learning how to use him to his advantage, being able to take down 30 men in a room without a sound. 1 year later, and Bruce was ready. He develops a suit with the immense amount of money he has and becomes a vigilante under the mantle of the Dark Knight. He starts investigating Roman Sionis, a mafia crime lord that has influenced the majority of the GCPD. This places a $50 million bounty on Batman's head. Batman tracks Sionis to Blackgate Prison, where he's attacked by one of his assassins, Killer Croc, a mutated humanoid crocodile. After interrogating the beast, he informs the Dark Knight about the bounty, revealing 8 assassins including him, Copperhead, Deathstroke, Deadshot, Shiva, Firefly, Electrocutioner, and Bane. In Batman's search to find Sionis, he learns that he was working with a so-called Penguin. Now obligated to find this guy and get an answer, he reveals something about a murder in one of Black Mask's safe houses. So when he makes it to the safe house, he does indeed find 2 bodies, Sionis' girlfriend and what appears to be the crime lord himself. Yet he determines that the body can't be of Black Mask because he saw him just earlier at Blackgate. He later gets a piece of some crucial information. Apparently Sionis' girlfriend was scared of somebody called the Joker and connects the dots between the crime scene. He heads to the GCPD and overhears Officer Gordon's daughter, Barbara, argue with her dad about the Batman's true intentions. And seeing she was a fan, Batman takes this opportunity to ask Barbara for the criminal database on his Bat computer. With the new information, Batman figures out the Black Mask's next stop, the mob-owned Gotham Merchants Bank. When he was toe-to-toe against the mobster, he makes a horrifying reveal that the Black Mask that's been operating this whole time was none other than the Joker that Sionis' girlfriend was terrified of. The clown makes his escape. Batman later receives information on a meeting between all of the assassins. Bane, however, grabs the Dark Knight. He later takes him to the clown, and they're face to face. He tries to attack the Joker, but it's useless as Bane begins his brawl with the Bat. The GCPD arrives, however, and shoots them down. Bane makes his escape, but the clown falls off the building. Batman does something that confuses the Joker, however. He saves him. This makes the officers assume he was working for the Joker, and Batman is obligated to retreat. In the psychiatric, the Joker is being treated by Dr. Harleen Quinzel, taking a journey into his mind, explaining why he became the Joker. However, the doctor begins to catch feelings for the clown, with the Joker referring to her as Harley, not making it any better. He follows Bane and the Joker to Blackgate after news spread out about the riot. Once inside the prison, he finds Joker and Bane. The Joker then tells Batman to kill one of the 2 criminals. In an elaborate device the clown made, Batman either stopped Bane's heart or the chair would kill him. Batman obviously refuses, and Joker threatens Gordon's life. The Dark Knight, however, as clever as one can be, uses the electric glove stolen from the Electrocutioner to stop Bane's heart. The clown leaves thinking he has won the battle, but Batman resuscitates Bane. Bane wakes up and injects himself with a very powerful toxins that gives him a monster-like physique. Dark Knight, at the brink of death, stops Bane once again, but the chemical damaged Bane's head so much, causing him to forget everything. Batman heads to the chapel where the Joker lies. He reveals that Bane is still alive. The clown talks Batman into killing him, but he eventually gets knocked out and apprehended. Gordon accepts the Dark Knight is giving Gotham somebody to believe in. And later that day, Quincy Sharp talks to reporter Jack Ryder about reopening Arkham Asylum. 2 years after the events of Arkham Origins, Gordon's daughter, Barbara, takes on the mantle of Batgirl. In that very same year, Batman finds another orphan, similar to him, named Dick Grayson, who is taken in as his apprentice. And 3 years later, Grayson leaves to the city of Bloodhaven and becomes what we now know as Nightwing. During the same year though, Batman finds another very young orphan committing petty crimes called Jason Todd, who he later takes in to become his next apprentice. And a year later, Jason is finally ready and takes on the mantle of Robin. During the end of the year though, Jason Todd is captured by the Joker, where he is held in a place unknown to Batman. The then only 16-year-old was being brutally tortured both physically and mentally. A couple months later, Batman, without knowing the whereabouts of Jason, finds another young man named Tim Drake. The Joker used this to torture Jason mentally in ways you couldn't even imagine, and Jason felt such an unimaginable betrayal, being left to die from his father and being replaced like just another soldier. The Clown Prince of Crime later sent a tape to Batman showing Jason tortured and eventually killed, yet this was far from the truth. A year after the horrifying events, the Joker was infatuated on torturing the then Commissioner Jim Gordon, so he finds Barbara, aka Batgirl, in her apartment and shoots her in the stomach, paralyzing her, taking photos of her. This obviously taking place in the events of the Killing Joke. Still wanting to be part of the Bat family, she takes on a new mantle, called Oracle, helping Batman outside of his mission with her extreme technological capabilities, hacking and helping the Dark Knight in any situation presented. Moving forward, 3 years later, Batman captures the Joker once again, yet he can't seem to stop having a bad feeling about it. You see, it was too easy to capture the Clown Prince of Crime this time, and the Joker's henchman being transferred from Blackgate to Arkham Asylum didn't help at all. Something was up. Turns out he was right, because the Joker later attacks the guards and begins killing everybody in his path, causing a massacre at every footstep. No one was safe. After leaving piles and piles of dead bodies, Batman finds the Clown Prince of Crime, where he reveals his new pet, a huge mutated Titan henchman under the grasp of the Joker. After later investigation, we find out that a doctor named Dr. Young was experimenting with a formula to create huge deformed Titans. She was apparently working for the clown, but must have had a change of heart, as she stopped producing it and cut off all communications with the clown. The Joker, quite angry at her betrayal, threatens her and sends her disturbing images. That was why the Joker came to Arkham Asylum. He was going to steal the formula himself, kill the Doctor, and make an army of Super Titans. In Batman's search for the Joker, Scarecrow threats to fill Gotham's water supply with enough scare toxin to curse the city for decades, but he gets devoured by Killer Croc. And now, Batman finally face to face with the clown once more, confronts the Joker, but the Clown Prince of Crime injects himself with the formula, causing a monstrous transformation. The Dark Knight defeats him, but the formula damages the Joker's blood cells, poisoning the clown and killing him slowly. That very same year, Quincy Sharp, the warden of Arkham Asylum, helps in the creation of Arkham City, a secluded area in Gotham home to the most dangerous men in the world. Bruce Wayne, being against it, gets arrested and later taken by a man named Hugo Strange. Strange makes a shocking reveal, however, telling Bruce he knows he's Batman. He also says that the so-called Protocol 10 would make him a legend and a hero. Bruce, knowing how dangerous Strange is, couldn't understand why he was given such power, and he couldn't leave without knowing what Protocol 10 is. The Dark Knight begins to search for Catwoman, assuming she knows what's going on. However, in the midst of getting information, they get shot by a sniper. After further investigation, we deduce that it was the Joker. Batman later searches for the Joker, but gets tricked and knocked out by the Clown Prince of Crime. The Joker wakes our Dark Knight up, blabbering about his blood being poisoned from the events at Arkham Asylum, and then makes a scary revelation, revealing he transferred his blood into Batman's system to force him to find a cure, and he shipped his blood to hospitals all over Gotham. And now desperate Batman searches for a cure, and the only one in Arkham City capable of making one is Freeze. Freeze agrees to make a batch, but would need the blood of a Ra's al Ghul, an immortal being. However, when Batman returns with the blood, Freeze reveals that he was tired of taking orders and begins to attack the Dark Knight. During the fight though, Harley Quinn sneaks in and steals the cure, and when Batman finishes with Freeze, he searches for the Joker. When he finds the Joker, he was apparently cured. Batman attacks the Clown Prince of Crime, and during the fight, Strange announces the commence of Protocol 10, bomb Arkham and everyone in it. Batman was now trapped, and the Joker wasn't going to miss the opportunity. Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter and the love of Batman's life, appears, however, taking herself as a hostage for the Joker, promising him immortality in exchange for Batman's life. Batman escapes, and in an intense decision to go after Joker or Strange, decides to save thousands and looks for the Doctor. He finds Hugo Strange and gives him a good old knuckle sandwich, and in the midst of beating him down, Ra's al Ghul, Talia's father, stabs Hugo in the back, revealing it was all his plan, and Strange was just his puppet, promising him to be the next Ra's al Ghul. Strange, still alive however, self-destroys the tower and both Ra's al Ghul and the Dark Knight jump, but Ra's al Ghul kills himself attempting to kill the Batman. But it doesn't matter because Batman has to look for Talia, and when he gets there, Talia stabs the clown in the back, killing him. However, she gets shot in the back by the Joker. You see, it was never him, it was Clayface the whole time, a shape-shifting monster with the intentions of tricking the Dark Knight to get the cure. This was the Joker's plan. Once we take care of Clayface, we take the cure and we finally drink it. However, the clown no longer wanted the cure. He was about to gain immortality from Ra's al Ghul's pit. And just when he was about to jump into the pool, our Dark Knight destroys it. When the Joker attacks him, the Batman drops the serum on accident, destroying the cure for the Joker and causing him to die. 1 year after the Joker's death, Scarecrow causes a massive terrorist attack on Gotham, threatening to destroy the city with his fear gas. But how? This means he didn't die from the events of the asylum. Batman begins his journey looking for Scarecrow's hideout, where he finds Poison Ivy, and he later saves her from Scarecrow's men and takes her to the GCPD. You see, they were using her plans to make the concoction. Then comes a new legend, the leader of the militia being the Arkham Knight, a highly skilled soldier with a grudge and one goal: to kill the Batman. Batman later finds out Ace Chemicals is being used as a giant bomb for Scarecrow's gas, so he defuses the bomb, but he starts getting hallucinations of the Joker as an effect of the gas and the mixture of his blood. Batman later finds out Oracle has been kidnapped by Arkham Knight too. In his attempts to find her, he stumbles upon the Arkham Knight once more, revealing he knows each one of his weaknesses. Batman later interrogates Scarecrow's scientist to know what's really going on. You see, Scarecrow's plan was to create a device called the Cloudburst, a bomb strong enough to destroy Gotham with its gas. He later finds out where they're keeping Barbara. She's helpless upon everything now that she's being submitted to the gas as well, so she grabs a gun and kills herself. Scarecrow is now threatening to release the bomb. In response, Batman finds Poison Ivy so she can help make a toxin lower the effect on the air with her plants. Batman, with the help of Robin, Tim Drake later learns that Harley Quinn was attempting to revive the Joker's legacy with the patients he shipped his blood to in Arkham City. Apparently, Joker's blood has a degrading disease that turns anyone that has it in their system to crazy Joker-like characters. This means that Batman is also slowly turning, and the reason he's seeing so many hallucinations of him. He later defeats Harley Quinn and puts an end to the mutations, then locks Tim inside a cell, claiming that Scarecrow has taken too much from him. Poison Ivy is doing everything in her power, but the toxin is too much and kills her. Batman, now upset at a death caused by him, searches for Scarecrow to put an end to this. And in his search, Batman confronts the Arkham Knight, where he reveals something so heart-wrenching, so painful, he takes off his mask. It was Jason, trying to kill him this whole time, blaming the Joker incident on him, saying he never tried to save him, saying he trusted him, but Batman failed him, talking about his replacement in Tim Drake. He couldn't believe how much pain he suffered, and that's why he was going to kill the Batman, because he failed him. Despite being the most talented out of all the Robins, knowing Batman's weaknesses and close to killing him many times, Batman defeats him, but couldn't bring himself to hurt Jason, pleading for him to come back. But Jason pulls out a gun and tells Batman that he did this to him. He turned him into a monster. Batman later looks for Scarecrow to finish this once and for all, and confronts him with Jim Gordon on the top of a building. Scarecrow then pulls out Barbara. She was alive. The effect of the fear toxin created the hallucination of Barbara's death. Scarecrow later commands Jim to shoot Batman or he'd kill Barbara. So he does, and Scarecrow, thinking Batman is dead, leaves. But that's not the case. Batman saves Barbara from being pushed off the roof and takes her to the GCPD. Now he discovers that Scarecrow has kidnapped Robin. He now gives Batman a choice. He either surrenders or loses one of his sons again. They go to the old Arkham Asylum, where Scarecrow demands Jim Gordon unmask Batman on national television. He unmasks him, and Scarecrow injects his toxin into Batman. Batman then has an internal battle with the Joker in his system, fighting his fear of becoming the next Clown Prince of Crime. After he finishes with that, he no longer had any fear. Scarecrow says that's impossible, and points a gun to his head, saying there's no point in living if there is no fear. And when he's about to shoot, Jason Todd shoots his gun and makes it fall out of his hand. He came back. Scarecrow later tries to inject Batman once more, but Batman grabs his hand and injects the toxin into Scarecrow, causing him to go insane. Now everybody knowing his identity, Batman activates Nightfall Protocol, where he blows up the mansion and everybody assumes he's dead. But with Scarecrow's toxin, he can become a new legend that strikes fear into criminals' hearts. And 5 years later, Batman appears toe-to-toe against the Suicide Squad, ready to eliminate and kill under the influence of Brainiac. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Arkhamverse explained. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.